Welcome back to another video. Today's video is about motivation.
Pops, what's motivation about?
About really wanting to do something.
Try it. Let's go. Up and down. All right, now it's going to be up.
Nutcracker.
What's his name?
Nutcracker.
I thought you'd given him an actual name.
It was Crackhead. Jackhead.
Morning, guys. So, what an introduction that was from Poppy and Zach. The innocence of children. Crackhead.
Can you even show that again? Nah, it's alright. You never forget.
Anyway, I thought today we could talk about motivation. First off, apologies that I've been away for a few weeks. Work. And in a pandemic, you gotta do what you gotta do, haven't you? So, as always, please like, please subscribe. It does help the channel, and if you can share the video with anyone you think it might be interesting to, I'd be most grateful to you all. These videos are something someone once asked me to do for a client of mine, and it's escalated. All 175 of us on the channel, boom, help us get to 200 if you can. But today, yeah, thought we'd talk about intrinsic motivation. I've talked about it in other videos, losing my bowel, my daughter being born 4 hours after my own mum's funeral. But the idea that you would do something for no necessary gain, it's just a way to live, a way to believe, a way to motivate, that's not driven by an intrinsic selfishness or a desire for the best outcome for yourself. Intrinsic motivation, to me, is believing in the best, hope, joy, love, fulfillment, all the things that everybody craves, whether we talk about it or we don't. But this intrinsic belief that if you have your own value system, your own moral code, that if at every possible moment you do the right things for the right reasons, and when you make a mistake you own that mistake, when you truly embody that, you are intrinsically motivated. You're no longer searching for motivation, you're no longer faking it till you make it. There is a belief code and a way that you live and breathe your life, that you are intrinsically motivated, that your natural disposition becomes one of motivation. The days, because you still can't be arsed some days, there's still negatives, there's still times where you don't believe, but you've changed your behavioural pattern to one of intrinsic motivation, one where by very definition of the actions you're taking, it'll be one of positivity. Doesn't always mean there'll be a positive outcome, but it gives you the best chance of a positive outcome. And for me, when people talk about motivation, intrinsic motivation is actually the key, rather than just simply motivation. Just going to drop something off quickly. Intrinsic motivation is like the act of doing something without any obvious external reward, essentially. And the key but for me is it's an exceptional tool in times of distress and despair. But actually, when there isn't resistance against you, if you are intrinsically motivated, the speed that you move at, the journey you go on, it's quicker, it's more rewarding, it's more powerful, it reaches more people, you move at a greater speed. Because actually, you're naturally moving, you're naturally front foot, you're naturally positive, you naturally believe. So actually, when you haven't got headwind of negativity or challenge your obstacles, you don't slow your pace down, you run quicker than everybody else at that point, personally or professionally. You kind of do it, you exhibit it, it's a behaviour that you do because it's enjoyable, because you believe in it, it's your kind of moral code, rather than an incentive or a pressure to do something. So to actually do something intrinsically is behavioural. It's something that can come naturally, or it's something you can learn. And for me, I'm a positive guy, but actually to have the kind of pseudo career that I've had, there has to come a point where you are intrinsically motivated, because everybody knows that your days can be a grind. It's not always dreamy. So actually the idea that you can adapt your behaviour set to the point where your natural position is one of go. Do this. Doesn't mean that you don't have the moments where you need to switch off or you'll go mad. But if you're intrinsically motivated on those tough days, like, I think, what's that phrase, you've got to do something 10,000 times before it becomes a habit. I think you have 10, 12,000 thoughts a day or something ridiculous like that. So actually, it doesn't take you very long to train your mind to believe in the positive, the good, the motivated, rather than the negative, because there's a lot of shit in the world at the moment, and life can throw some real shit at us. But if we can take the positive view, if we can take the view that tomorrow will be a better day, the next hour will be a better day, this problem isn't so great, and when I overcome it, things will feel easier, it becomes behavioural, it becomes a pattern. And that doesn't mean you're falsely optimistic or one of those annoying people that's just like, the world's amazing. It's about a set of inner beliefs and behaviours and practices that, whether it's in your personal life or your professional life, serves you really well. To be intrinsically motivated, because it's at your core, it's what you are, it's who you are, it's what you stand for. Sorry, change of scenery again at the offices. But it's an absolute focus, and it's a behaviour. You need to intrinsically believe in what you're doing, to do things for the right reasons, whether it's joy, maybe it's money. You shouldn't judge another person's motivations, but at the point where those motivations are intrinsic, they live within you, actually excelling in your life, excelling in your business, they become natural. They become learned behaviour. It becomes a reaction. It becomes habitual. But these are positive habits. The idea that you are intrinsically motivated, think about that. That's a powerful, powerful statement. That you are at your core intrinsically motivated. So if someone says, what is your natural disposition? Doesn't mean it came to you naturally at the beginning. For some it does, for some it doesn't. But you can move yourself to a position where you're intrinsically motivated. Just think about the power of that. That doesn't mean every day is great. That doesn't mean you're the happiest person in the world. But it means you see more good than you see bad. You see more opportunities than you see challenges. You see hope where others see despair. The sky is actually always blue. There's just clouds in the way, and sometimes they need to disperse. That's what, for me, intrinsic motivation is actually about. The idea that there's no material gain to the way you're doing something. So for me, when people talk about motivation, what motivated me, how did I have X career or Y opportunity, it was never about anything other than a decent dose of luck that hopefully I earned. But it was about my viewpoint and my take on life, one of intrinsic motivation, intrinsic positivity. When you've known the loss of a bowel, death of a parent, some really low moments that I've not even kind of touched upon personally, actually what's up here is what gets you through. There's love and there's support, but until someone's walked a mile in your shoes, they can never truly know how it feels. But if you have arrived at a point where you are intrinsically motivated, you're intrinsically positive, even through those tough moments, and as I say, it's not a get out of jail free card. It doesn't suddenly mean that the sun shines every day and the world is all great, but it means that you can see past that. That if I keep moving forwards, if I keep stepping forwards, then I may every so often be knocked back. But if I keep going forwards and I keep believing, more good will happen than bad. So that's it, team. I mean, you can tell it's pitch black now. Been a late day, but hopefully been a useful video. I'm trying to show you my face. Intrinsic motivation. So ultimately, the desire to do something without the incentive or reward as an outcome or a motive. So yeah, something that I put huge value in, and something that really for me has been a staple part of my life. Doesn't always mean it's been easy, far from it. But yeah, please do like, please do subscribe. We started the day together, we've ended the day together. Sleep well, you wonderful people, and we'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.